Okay, so in this video, I'm going to tell you why you should probably stop reading books the way you are reading them. All right, so what's up everybody? Justice here with another one for you, because I know that so many of you read a ton of books or want to read a ton of books or don't want to read any books at all, but notice that a lot of successful people are reading books. But I have a different opinion, and this is coming from someone who now reads a lot more books but doesn't enjoy reading books, but found a way to make it work to where I'm getting the information I need in the right amount of time, and from someone who personally has a lot of trouble focusing. I think these will help you in picking up books, reading books, finding out how to get through books, and how to retain the most information. And at the end, I'm going to share with you kind of a bonus on book reading. All right. Number one, the first thing I realized early on was that I don't actually have to finish books that suck. Okay? You should know by chapter 2 of a book that you're reading for enjoyment that you do not have to finish it. Put it down. I don't know why I felt the need that I needed to finish every book I picked up. But if by chapter 2, chapter 3, I'm like, this is terrible, I just put the book away. I don't care if everyone said, hey, this book is awesome. If I don't enjoy it, I don't enjoy it. There have been many books that I thoroughly enjoyed that other people did not like. So, first things first, you do not have to finish the book. Second thing, if you're in the educational space, meaning you're reading a book to gather information that you hope to use, whether it's for tests or whatever, one of the best things you can do is skim. I don't know why, but I always felt like skimming was cheating and I can't skim or I'm not going to retain the information. But it wasn't until later, especially leadership books, a lot of books that say the same thing as the other person, everyone's talked about it. Especially leadership books, they say the same thing over and over and over again, especially if you're reading the same author. They just repeat themselves. It's a way to make money. At some point, they get a name and that name sells. So they have to come out with a certain amount of books under a publishing agreement. So they just come out with a bunch of new books. It's not like they're getting new information from out there and now they're showing you. It's that they're just basically repackaging the same thing in a different way. So what do you do with those books? You skim. Now, how do you skim books? Here's what I've used. I read the first sentence, maybe first 2 sentences, and the last sentence, move on. If the first sentence should tell you what's going to come through or what they're going to expound on, and if it isn't important to me or I've heard it before, next one. And so I can get through a book, especially the leadership books, the self-development space books, I can get through them in a day and go, oh, I know exactly what to do. Now, if you're like, hey, I'm in school, I need to study, I need to do all this kind of stuff, here's what I want you to do. If you are trying to study for a test, if you're trying to do any of that, these are the people that I would say the most. You don't need to necessarily sit and memorize the book. Here is a hack that I learned from someone this weekend, okay? Someone that did really well, went to like a med school, There's a name for it. He's an eye doctor now, but I learned from him, okay? Here is a hack for learning information for tests. Teach it. Teach instead of focusing on memorization, okay? So you will skim through the book, then you want to teach somebody. The biggest slacker in your class, go get them and teach them. You will learn more through teaching than you will through just reading something over and over and over again. So do what the teachers do. Make an outline of whatever the test is going to be on. Make an outline of that section of the book. Make an outline. Follow the outline and then teach it. Teach it. Literally teach it to somebody. And guess what? They're going to have questions. When they have questions, that's going to make you think about how well you know the information, then you'll go back and research. That is what I find to be unbelievably helpful. Now, if you're someone who doesn't want to read, but you don't want to be on your phone all the time, this is a bonus for you of how to get back into reading books, okay? Now, this is a bonus, and I'll have another bonus after this, but the main bonus here, if you don't like reading books, I can't even suggest this enough, find literally go to the youth fantasy fiction section and start picking up graphic novels. I'm not even joking. Some of these graphic novels, Marvel, whoever, are incredible. And you will get the same fulfillment if you're scrolling on your computer all day, you're scrolling on your phone. Find one of these, put your phone down 2 hours before you go to bed and start reading graphic novels. They will literally lead you into wanting to read books. But graphic novels are awesome. Comic books are incredible. Now, last piece, last bonus. I've got so many bonuses for you guys today. You can really do so. This is something I heard from Alex Hormozi that I think is fantastic. I've never done it, but I think it probably works really well, is get the Audible and listen to the book as you read the book, and that can help you as well. Now, I listen to a lot of Audible stuff on 2x speed. I got there over time, but listening to books while you read them sounds like a marvelous idea that I should probably try out. Now, I hope that this has been helpful. The reason I say stop reading books is that because most of you are reading books that you don't even like, but you think, oh, I got to get through them, and you collect all these books and then it's whatever. So stop reading. Start doing. Okay? You only need one book. If you're trying to make more money, if you're trying to do more, if you're trying to be more successful, if you're trying to learn a skill, get one book, then take action, and you're good. So you don't have to necessarily read as much. You can read, take action, come back, read, take action. And before you know it, you will have acquired so many skills because you're taking action and you fumbled. So you're not like a professor at a school who's never done. You are now someone that has the knowledge and has applied it. And knowledge applied is what we call wisdom. Let's go. Justice Marini.